I want you to understand these notes and things have been on this iPad since about Friday. Saturday and Sunday was a culmination of some real emotions in my life. I'm going to be real for a moment. About 4 years ago, I was looking to go into business and it seemed like the Lord was setting up some things it just looked like the Lord. And so I had made these plans, and plans were in place, and things were moving. I went up to Brother Ron's to minister, and went and ate dinner with him at his house. The next morning at the service, or the next morning actually is when they had Saturday night, Sunday night at that time. But we went up on the mountain on the Sunday morning, and he said, y'all heard the testimony at camp about Brother Alden, I think that's his name, Alden. No, the brother that's got the greenhouse. Brother Aiden. And that was powerful. How big was it when I prayed? 10 by 20. How big is it now? 5 acres. Greenhouse. And so he pulled me aside on the side of that mountain. He was looking over that beautiful Shenandoah Valley. And he said, this is the time. He said, Brother Timothy, I'm just going to tell you. He said, I went to lay down after you left yesterday. He said, I couldn't sleep, went in my office. And I just got quiet before the Lord, and he began to speak to me about you. And I hadn't spoken a word to Brother Ron about my plans. And he says, God said you're not to go into business. He said, but God said, tell him he's my servant. I'll take care of him. He said, now I've talked to Brother Aiden. I've talked to another brother up in BC, and God has exploded their business. He said, even, me and my sons, we have a thing that we do. He said, but that's not for you. That's not what the Lord, I'm just telling you what the Lord told. I took it as from the Lord. And I saw very quickly my situation change. And God provided, all these 4 years, he's provided over and abundantly. But just in these last couple of months, things began to change, and I saw the change that was taking place, and I saw that very quickly things were changing financially, and unexpected things were happening, and I'm wondering, what do I do? And so you try to, in your moments of worry and fear, you try to figure this out, and you're digging yourself deeper, and then the devil's on you, like, well, see, you could go do this, and you could go do that, and you left this job that was now paying this much, see what, the Lord's really taking care of you, and all this stuff, mind battles. And then, Sister Ruth's going through what she's going through, and the devil's laughing at me about that and all that. And so Saturday evening, my emotions are so raw, and they come to the front. And then Sunday, after I led the singing, I went to the back, and I just got on that couch back there, and I just cried out to God. I said, God, I need something. I need you to move. I said, because I don't want to get bitter. I want to stay right in this season. I know it's a test, and I don't want to fail this test. But Lord, I'm at my end. I don't know what to do. I don't know where to turn. And so, fast forward to Monday morning, me and Brother Tim decided he'd go get some groceries. I jumped in the car with him. I went and got a few for our house. And we come back and we saw Sister Ruth and Katie and Sister Emily walking up the highway. And so we went on into the house and took the groceries in. And I was sitting there on the couch and just had got a text or something or just finished talking. And by the time my wife walks in, she said, hey, here's a card for you. I said, card? And I looked at it. And I said, well, I wonder what this is about. And, I'm going to be honest with you. I'm a guy that don't go to the mailbox because they're bills. Or, something going on. I don't go to the mailbox. Sister Ruth, she gets aggravated with me sometime when we drive by it, and I said, I ain't stopping. So I get this card. It says, with appreciation, some lives are true reflections of God's love. Sending a prayer of thanks to God and a note of thanks to you, Brother Timothy. God knew what he was doing when he put you in our lives. Thank you for all the encouragement and friendship. It's been a huge blessing to us. God bless. Please accept this gift to do with you as you please. I flipped that thing over, and all I could say was, oh my God. And I crushed down and I began to cry and say, God, I've tried to hold, but tried to have faith, but Lord, forgive me for my unbelief. Right there, laying in that on Monday morning, was everything I had need of to take care of all that I had. And let me tell you a little secret. We had been gone from the house. We'd been out with the kids to the lake property there on Friday, and Saturday we came home real quick. I bypassed the mailbox. And I went straight, jumped in some clothes to come here for Brother Aaron's dad's memorial, Brother Ross. And so we were very hurriedly, and Sister Ruth got that on Monday, but the mail hadn't run yet. All the time that I was in agony, all the time that I was weeping and asking God to move, He had already moved. All He was saying is, son, go to the mailbox. I've already provided it for you. I've already given it to you. I've already gave you what you have need of. All you got to do is go to the mailbox. Can I say that tonight, children of God? Amen. Listen, whatever you have need of, don't bypass the mailbox. There's love letters laying on there. Go get what God has for you. He has already provided it. He has already given it to you. And I'm telling you, He's not just enough, He's more than enough.